right, welcome to Help from Heaven. We help you grow spiritually, expand consciousness, so that we can all evolve and become who we're meant to be. We do that through gifted co-host here, Miss Constance Fox. I have a question about the sun. So we've talked to planet Earth. We know everything has consciousness in the universe. So I'm assuming the sun would have consciousness as well. And the sun is extremely active right now. We just got hit with the most severe G5 is how they rate the solar activity that's going on. The sun is emitting huge blasts of radiation, and it's pointed right at Earth right now.
Really?
We saw the northern lights last night
Hi.
here in Utah, and it was across the United States basically because we're getting
That's
hit with
unusual, isn't it?
all. It was beautiful. The sky was actually like reddish pink.
Wow. And
I'll
you
send
don't
you some
usually get
pictures.
northern lights in Utah, right?
No, that's how strong this geomagnetic storm was.
Okay.
So I'm just kinda curious, can Jesus talk about what's going on with our sun? Why is it so active right now? Does that energy impact us on
Just has
a spiritual level? Oh,
more energy is being um like made or manifested, and it's becoming more enlivened. Just more energy is enlivening or energizing everything. And what does that mean, more energy? Where does that energy come from?
yeah, how does
um
this affect us too?
Yeah, and how does it affect us? People or it's a time in your evolution on Earth um to enhance, no, to expand consciousness and enable, as a result, enable a higher frequency to come in. More energy, a higher frequency, a lighter, it's more etheric. It's less dense, it's less heavy. It's a time that Earth is evolving, and it's evolving like it or not. You can meet it and join with it or go with it, or, if you do not grow with it and enable like a higher frequency, energy frequency in your body and being and consciousness, then it will get uncomfortable and stressful and straining and create fear, a chaotic mind, scattered thinking, and that even leads to, illness, mental insanity. Um, you know, this is a time where you must make spiritual growth a priority. It's not a luxury now. It's a priority. To stay here on earth, you have to grow, go and grow with this rhythm, with this phase. That's a natural phase happening by the Father. Um, and it's a miracle. It's miraculous because it's going to enable you to grow spiritually, all of you. Many will have to leave the planet Earth to be able to have another experience or existence elsewhere that gives them the experiences they need. It will be a more dense, a more dark, a more negative experience, but that's what's going to be needed to like wake them up and kind of like, hitting a rock bottom, which makes you, you know, um, come out
Right.
of that
There's nowhere to
state.
go but up.
Right. No, yeah. And then those who can go with it and flow with it and meet it, this higher energy frequency and more energy. Your body has to be able to handle a higher energy frequency and more life energy. And it is our Father creating more energy to basically like force evolution to continue rather than stagnating or digressing. This is the Father. This energy is the Father. It is the creation energy, life energy that gives life to all form, including the sun. And the sun is being like magnetized and enlivened, enhanced, more energized, literally. So this is what's happening on Earth, and this is actually why this community is even here to help you all understand this period of time you're going through and how to prepare and handle this time. So it's good and positive rather than the opposite, and also to help others along as well. Yes, yes. So it comes from our source of life. There's no specific place or spot or location it comes from. It just it's the Father, the formless Father, I guess. So I guess that's hard to imagine. Well, where does that come from?
Right. How
Everyone
does this
has
all
that
interact?
thought, like, well, who created God then? Or who created the creator? If God's the creator, who created God? But that's a tough one for,
That's
you know,
interesting. So
our minds to really understand.
the sun is, like, basically just hitting us with all this energy, and it's forcing our evolution. Are there any, impacts that we're gonna see on the Earth from these? I know they can cause earthquakes when we have a lot of sun activity. It kinda creates some volatility in our Earth's, being. Can we expect any major global shifts or earthquakes or anything as a result of this big storm?
He goes, yes. Not from the enhanced energy of the sun, but because of the denseness on Earth.
Mm.
It's not compatible. Um,
Oh.
and this is what creates calamity, certain natural disasters, energy that's scrambled and has an effect. Its effects are different, but include like natural disasters. They're only because the energy on Earth is very slow. It's very dense. It's not moving the way it should. It's not flowing the way it should. It's not lighter as it should be. And you all, our human body, is very dense. It is not supposed to be so dense. It's supposed to be physical matter, but still ethereal light. Wow, it's hard to imagine or understand that.
I mean, I get it, but we're just so used to it being the way it is.
Yeah, I bet you're right. We don't know any different, so
All right. Well, that was a very interesting. So it's actually the opposite. A lot of people think of cause and effect. And I've been watching this astrophysicist, and he was saying like the sun storm is causing these little micro earthquakes to be happening, especially at a fault line in Japan. But it's actually the other way around. Of that, these are higher, lighter frequencies that are hitting us. A lot of energy, and then we're dense. So that's the friction is basically coming because of the consciousness levels. Is that right?
yes, yes. It's invisible to see, but it's there. The quality of the energy is dense. It's not flowing as it should be. It's not able to flow, penetrate, or pass through. Um, and so it creates disruptions and calamity because it's like energy connecting with other energy that's not in alignment with it. So instead of it being like passing through, or it's like creates friction energy. Yeah, it's really hard to understand.
So I'm just going to assume here that, okay, the sun is affecting Earth. Do all these other planets, say like Mercury, Venus, Uranus, Saturn, all of those, do they all have consciousness that when they line up impacts the energies of the earth? It's not just limited to the sun?
Yes, absolutely. They all vibrate a certain energy and create like a resonance,
Yeah.
um, in the atmosphere that keeps everything, I don't know, like functioning or floating, keeps everything like, kind of, I think it's both functioning and like floating or moving in synchronicity with each other. It's like they're magnetic and they all influence each other and have a certain resonance and vibration that absolutely affects every atom in existence here, every being, every atom in existence, um, everything. It keeps the world alive and balanced.
Okay, so there's a resonance between planets in our solar system that all impact each other, their function and form throughout space, and then also every atom of every cell and every space
Great,
between every
recaps.
molecule.
Is that right? Jesus, like, yes, yes.
Wow. It's pretty mind blowing.
Like everything would like collapse without that. I don't know. It also maybe creates gravity and also the lack of gravity.
And that's
Um,
all due to resonance.
yes, yes. It's, vibrating at a certain frequency and then that field that vibrates from a planet affects all other planets and every being on Earth and keeps it in sync with each other, keeps everything in synchronicity. Well, I still don't get it, but that one's kind of beyond my.
No, that's pretty awesome. This astrophysicist I watch, he talks a lot about resonance. So I was like, wow. I mean, and you're not an
Oh, really?
astrophysicist. You're just throwing, you
No, not
know,
at all.
like that's amazing.
But you
Um,
know how they say about how like planetary the positions or certain times how and based on our birth chart, where we're born, the
yeah.
exact moment we're born, based on the positions of the planets, they all have a certain influence on us individually, sometimes
Mhm.
positive, sometimes negative, sometimes in very specific, precise ways. Like, and I know there's certain things you can do. You can chant mantras, you can have yagyas done by Jyotishis and experts that in India and other cultures too, I'm sure, but where, it can help kind of neutralize or nullify the negative influences on us when there's a certain planet in a certain position for someone's birth chart. I mean, is that like a we really uh they control all the cycles of life.
Wow.
Yes. They always have an influence in one way or another for everyone constantly. And there are ways that can neutralize certain influences that are unwanted and help with that. They are similar to prayers. Um, you know, someone's intention and their energy and then creating a certain energy with the intention can be supportive. It's kind of
And that's
similar to similar to the effect of like prayer or of
right.
how prayer works. How does that really actually do something? When we pray for ourselves or someone else, how does that actually make a difference? We all know it does. Prayer, or most of us do, but like so it's kind of maybe even it's similar to that. Um, Intention with desire and our own ability to create because we're creators. And so they kind of have a recipe, I guess, so to speak, of how to help support someone's planetary chart,
That's
birth
so
chart.
wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
It's awesome. I mean, this astrology, horoscopes, they've been around for a long time, but it's just really cool to hear that they actually do have an influence on our personalities, our character traits, our life, and that they can be, if it is a negative influence, it can be kind of corrected through intention and someone trained to kind of know how to do that. Since we talked about a current event, which is a lot of the solar activity, is it possible could we retouch with our three-eye atlas friends at all? I have a few more questions for them. Are you up for that?
Yeah. Yeah. Can we communicate with the consciousness or the spirit of, yes, the beings, I should say, of Three Eye Atlas? We spoke to you before, I think just once here, right? And okay, I don't know who's saying this, but someone's saying maybe you should ask Jesus first. Okay, so I'll ask Jesus first. But I don't know who said that. I think it was Three Eye Atlas, to be honest with you. Yes, but I think maybe they're wanting to ask if Jesus would like anything
Okay.
else to say, or if that's okay if we speak to them. Maybe they just want to be, make sure that it's okay with Jesus, I guess. Um, was that Three Eye Atlas? Okay, yes, yes. Okay, so now Mother Divine is here.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just because they know that Mother Divine or Jesus has something more to say
There's more
first.
to say.
Okay,
Okay.
got it. I think that's what it is, and then we can talk to them. Okay,
Okay.
got it. No problem. So this is Mother Divine, and she has something to say. This is, yeah, Mother Divine. Okay, your wish is my command. More is available to you now. Like now, not soon, but now, already. And more creation energy, more of my blessings, more of my power, creative power, divine power is able to be utilized or used by us now more. So, an ideal way to ask me, Divine Mother, for something that is more powerful. There are more powerful ways to ask, or more effective ways to ask. So, I guess it's like that. She's gonna, yeah.
Okay.
So this is a way to, if we're asking for something, to make it even most effective, and this is when we're asking Divine Mother for something. Um, See, feel, hear, touch, taste. Okay, I don't know what that means, but the five physical senses, yes. See it, feel it, taste it, touch it, smell it. So I suggest having like literally a vision board. Um, but you know, like a vision board, it doesn't have to be on a board, but like visual. So literally like pictures or photos or an image that you clearly um, are wanting that thing or experience. Maybe it's two people together, one person happy or whatever. So whatever that image is, and um, and then um, have it in your mind, clearly in your mind, for just a few moments. The visuals or images or photos, that's really basically, it could be just on in a book or but a vision board technically, but just literally photos or images that we cut out of magazines or from the computer, or yes, yes, or draw ourselves or something, and spend a couple or few minutes visualizing and imagining, seeing all those things that you're seeing that you want to experience or have or be. And each one is there anything you can smell, touch, taste, hear. Now, of course, it's a picture. You're not going to be able to hear it. You're not going to be able to taste it. That
But in your imagination,
visual,
so
but I guess
take
your imagination. Is that what you
yeah,
mean?
we're
Yes.
imagining
Yeah.
yeah.
So just spend a few moments, and then here's the extra thing. So not just that. Um, But now, after you've done that for just a few moments, then tell me, uh, okay, tell me why you want these things, these experiences, these relationships might be on there, a state of being might be on there, happy or peaceful or joy filled or something, whatever it is, tell me why. Let me know why you want these, we'll just call it things. Um, and this is very important. This is what's going to bring it much more effectively because you're going to clearly talk about it. You're going to clearly think about it. And you're going to clearly tell me why it's a good thing. You're going to more concretely realize it's a good thing. It's not just a desire, it's actually a very good thing and why it's a good thing. And I gotta say, I've never heard anything like this as of yet. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh my gosh, it's interesting. And and then tell me, Divine Mother, if this is good for me and all, and you and Father, please support this or these experiences into my life. In your own words, but just like that, where you're asking, giving it to her, asking her for support. I guess if it's in alignment with their good, everyone's good, and Divine Mother and Heavenly Father's desire. Yes, this alone will make it very, um, very powerful, much more powerful. Um, attracting your desires. Um, and help make you feel actually worthy of it, entitled to it, um, connecting the dots somehow that this is good. These are good desires, and somehow it's going to connect something by doing it in that way. So I'm going to have to write that down. I forget what she said already, but that's really neat. Okay, I've never heard anything like that.
I wrote it all down, but,
Leave it to you, Stacy.
yeah, and I'll
You're
go over and I'll make
amazing.
a little manifestation PDF for us in the
I don't know
community.
how you keep up with doing everything you do, Stacy. You're amazing.
Oh, I slack a little bit, but, I think it's really important that she brought up that we have to kinda clearly talk about it and think about it, that it's okay to have desires, and I wanna talk more about this. I think a lot of the spiritual path people think that we shouldn't have a attachment to things or that material things, aren't proper on the spiritual path and that I just feel like there's, like, this poverty mentality or just you're not allowed to want or desire or have things in the physical world, which I believe is the opposite of what Jesus has always said. Like, you're here to have fun and play and enjoy. I'm not saying you can't take it with you and not to necessarily have attachment to it, but you're allowed to have desire. Can she just talk, why she pointed out that's okay to have these desires? Is there
That's a
something in the
great
human
question.
psyche that we're like feel like we're not allowed?
Yeah, either not worthy or allowed, or it's not as noble,
Yeah, or there's something.
or something. Yeah, that's a great question because that's so true. Um, um, he says, and she says, "It's still Divine Mother." She says that is exactly true. You all have been taught that having spiritual power, freedom, a personal connection to God, abundance in all ways, whether that's abundance in health and material things and spiritual abundance spiritually, I mean, just is not good. It's a reduced state of being. It's a reduced state of thinking. It's a reduced state of belief, of believing and belief systems that's been handed down for like eons. Um, And then it supports that belief. When that belief is formed, it's supported. And it's just been going on like kind of like a train effect or, like just a cycle, kind of like a cycle, it's on automatic cycle. And it's simply not truth. There's not much to say about it other than that. It's a false belief. It's not truth. And this is one reason why this way of desiring and putting that out there, I guess, in the way that she just suggested, will help overcome um, that that residue that still might be there with some or all of us on some level, where it's just in some way not good, not high, not of the highest to want this or that, or have this or that, or experience this or that. You are here to experience your desires. You are here to have fun and enjoy this make believe world. Yes, there is nothing you cannot experience. It is automatic when you're in alignment with believing that um, it's okay. This, no, you are on the way to a limitless life where the limitations are gone, of any kind. You're already in a like a good state of awareness and only need some things enhanced. That's already there, but just think some things enhanced to be more full um, in your divine right, like in that state of being, that state of perception.
Could you clarify? I know a major lesson in a lot of spiritual circles is like non attachment. How does desire and not attachment, how do they intertwine?
What a great question. And some, enlightened spiritual sages say the only thing that keeps a desire, keeps one from attaining or creating a desire is their attachment to it. So how can
So
you
where did
desire something? Yeah. And then not be attached to it? Just a simple desire is a level of attachment. That's a great question. That's one of the ultimate questions out there, actually. So, yeah, Divine Mother, attachment to a desire is supposed to be bad, right? Um, it it is a reinforcement that you're weak or you're not a powerful creator. When you are attached to a desire, it means you don't have it. Um, the attachment is, a force that reinforces um, the fact that you don't have it. So it is bad in the sense that it is a block to receiving your desire because it's like reinforcing that attachment energy is like what is it? Like fear of not having it or frustration of not having it or,
or just that you
I'm
don't have it? The
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so um it is natural to have a thought, a desire that comes in, and it's not even thought about for an inkling, a second, a split second even. Any feeling or level of it's not happening, or I'm trying to make it happen. I'm really wanting it to happen. I'm efforting for it to happen, or I'm deeply, strongly wanting it to happen. I mean, that's just not normal. It's not natural to have those thoughts and feelings because it's just automatically granted or given. That's how you are meant to live. Jesus can create anything in an instant. And many other people can too who have let to go of the preconceived ideas of this, um, and are not bound to the human limitations or beliefs. They've transcended them, they've gone beyond them. So that's not their experience anymore.
Yeah, and like Jesus and the expanding loaves and fish, he has, quite a few
Right.
manifestation stories. So that's interesting. But could she
But
just
that's
summarize that real quick? I think I kind of got lost. At first I thought she was saying attachment was bad, but like I don't know, I kind of got lost in her description. Can you just
yeah, can I
summarize?
just kinda reiterate that? Divine
Yeah.
Mother, yeah, about the attachment to a desire. You know, the attachment is like saying, "I don't have it," and that is not a natural thought. It strengthens that, not having it. And the stronger or deeper the feelings of attachment are to that, it's deepening the fact that you don't have it. So it's energy that's being created, and it's energy within that, and so it's meant to be thought of, and then it comes. Just a simple
Wow.
desire, and then it's manifested. It's not even something that needs time to materialize, which that's
Wow.
definitely hard to imagine.
But where we are now in this density and we don't believe that we're limitless manifestors, there is time. And that's where the attachment comes in because there's linear time in between us having the desire and it showing up. So when it doesn't show up right away, then we kind of panic and like freak out or get, attached to the
That or
outcome. Like, I
yeah,
asked for this and where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It just reinforces the fact that we don't have it.
right, or then
Am I right?
disappointed or frustrated or then sad or you can even get angry.
Right.
Sometimes or resentful or that's certainly not good energy, but yeah. So, boy, I feel like I'm a far away from that level of consciousness.
Aren't we all?
That's a
All
little,
right. So let's recap what she just said based off like my sloppy notes here. She's saying a lot more is available to us, like with her assistance. Basically, she said, "Your wish is my command." And an effective way to ask is to see it almost like in your imagination, but incorporate all of your senses. Like get that mental picture, but try to taste it, try to smell it, try to see yourself in it, try to feel it, and use that as many sensory descriptors and imagination as we can,
yeah, she's going, yes.
and then tell Mother Divine why you want this.
Oh, right.
Clearly talk about it, clearly think about it, and then say if this is good for all, meaning God, Mother Divine, ourselves, and everyone else, like it's not going to impact anybody negatively, please support this into my experience, basically in your own words. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, that's great, Stacy. You are too
Okay.
good. Gee, you are so
All
on
right.
it. Yeah, she's just
Per-
going, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'd love to be a more powerful creator and get more of a Divine Mother's
You
support.
already are, Connie. You just need to
You're
remove your
right.
mental block. You're still
You're
not getting
right.
it.
There comes those attachment feelings. It's it's acknowledging that I'm not that, or exactly.
Exactly. That was a perfect example.
You're right. That was a perfect example.
Okay, so if it doesn't, like say for whatever reason, we have some incongruent beliefs about this desire manifesting, or for whatever reason we have a block, like Connie just said. What are we supposed to do if it doesn't show up like instantaneously? How do we handle that? Do we just surrender the thought? What do we do?
Good question. Know that that or something better is coming because
Mm.
of that desire. Sometimes an even better option can come into play. And when you know that, that it is always given in the highest, best, really wonderful way for you and all, it's being taken care of like automatically, beautifully, miraculously. The desire comes, the thought or desire comes, and then the world moves. The energy moves in the world to bring that in its highest form. And that is not to prepare you for a disappointment. It is quite the contrary. It literally comes in that way or higher or better. Yes.
Wow. So we have to remain patient if we don't see an instantaneous like Jesus mother divine level manifestation. We just have to be patient and know that something like our order has been placed with the universe and it is being fulfilled. It may not come in
Uh,
the exact way that we asked, but it's always going to be that equivalent of the desire or higher.
yeah, she goes, yes, yes, exactly. And watch and see how it becomes more effective, ongoing, accumulatively. Um, um, yes. So it's going to be more effective and ongoing. Um, yes. Mm.
How often are we allowed to ask? Can we be like, I want this because, XYZ, and then like, I want this too. Like, is it I mean, she just said we'll have unlimitless, power to manifest. So if it's in the highest good for everyone, is there a limit on how much we can ask for?
No, anytime, always. She says, anytime, always. There is nothing bad about desiring something. You're here to experience your desires. That's exactly why you're here.
But I imagine they have to be loving desires, not like power, greed, control.
Yeah, or
Um,
wishing someone harm or something like
yeah,
that, of
anything
course,
like that where it's kind of ego
coming
based.
from a bad, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure, is that right? Divine Mother, like, yeah, a quote, good desire, or that comes from a good place. Yes, yes. It just goes,
Wow.
yes.
Is there anything else that Divine Mother would add to her lesson here on manifestation before? I just want to see how Three Eye Atlas kind of like moves through space and time.
Oh,
If she
right.
has nothing else to say.
Anything else, Divine Mother? No, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's let's get to our friends out in space.
Yeah, so are you there? You came by for one quick sentence before. Yeah, so this is Three Eye Atlas. There's more of us now. Some others have joined us.
That's
So
kind of
that's
crazy.
interesting.
Can I ask real quick? It's funny he said that, or they, because people are assuming that it kind of blasted apart or something. Maybe that's I haven't followed it up in the last 24, 48 hours, but it sounds like people think it either exploded or there was more of them or something. So it's funny that they say that.
Oh, really? Yes. It basically opened, somewhat opened, and it contains more life forms now. Some other beings, literally, conjoined or joined with it or them, with us, meaning the Three Eye Atlas. Yes, they are the good guys. Don't worry.
I know a lot of people think it's gonna be like the end of the world and aliens are like want to come attack us or something. It's just ridiculous. But also, a lot of humans are counting this to be the government doing like Project Bluebeam. I wanted to ask about that before. The conspiracy is they're going to use holograms to kind of fake a second coming of Christ and or alien invasion to
Gosh.
to control us. Is
My
Is this
God. I'll tell
I
you,
know. But, like, it's a
unbelievable.
major argument of, like, if it is technically aliens, they won't even say it's another life form, they're just like, "Oh, that's the government blue Project Bluebeam." Any,
Right,
words on that? Are they gonna try to do this? Um, like, governments around the world, are gonna try to fake an alien invasion to try to discredit what you're gonna try to do because they know that you're kinda taking out their plans, their evil takeover plans? Just
right,
curious.
right. Um, they are always lying, manipulating, and, creating untruths,
Mm.
for their own agenda, for their own purposes. I will say they are going to fake, like is worded like fake um ETs, yes. Um to to bring more fear. Yes, at the right time when they feel it's needed to get people, I don't know, to listen to them or go in this direction or that direction, or to get their attention off of something else, or to get their attention in a specific manner or something. And it's also going to be manipulated in the way that a a large ET being that is not real is going to be seen so-called accidentally, but it's intentional to bring concrete evidence that these ETs exist and that they are not good. Um, so wow, that's interesting.
Okay, so
Hmm.
they're gonna fake accidentally release/fake a bad alien at the right time so that they can say that they're all bad, basically?
They are going to create like a fake ET and act like it was accidentally seen or found
Oh,
by
boy.
accident, but it's not by accident. And they're gonna make it or them out to be like they're bad ETs. They're not. And it comes in a few years, but by then it's a little too late, because they've lost like headway or clout or influence,
Mhm,
in the world with many people already, where they're already not trusted, or they don't
mhm,
trust what they're being shown or given. And I think maybe a lot of people, or a lot more people,
mhm.
are second guess it. And so it's almost not going to be as influential as they would have liked it to be. Or maybe if they did it now, it would be, or something. And it will not matter then anyway, because they will be failing at their goals. They're going to be failing, and maybe they'll bring that out, hoping that that will bring more control or fear or create certain influences on the population or something. But it might to a certain degree, but not enough is needed, because I think more people are going to be onto them, so to speak, or not trustworthy.
Right.
Yes. Um, huh. Gosh, it's weird.
Can I ask about, like, how they got here? I think a astrophysicist, the same one that was talking about the sun, said that cameras actually picked up this three-eye atlas probably back as far as 2020, but we just didn't have the technology to really get a closer look or know exactly what it was. So it seems like they've been making their way toward us for quite some time. Like, what kind of propulsion system do they use? Like, how do you navigate coming from a faraway galaxy?
Um, they have a mobility that's unknown to man. It's like um okay, it's like putting no, it's like throwing. Alright, it's like throwing something in the air, and the moment it stops up here, and
Okay.
before it technically starts to go back down due to gravity, of course, um, it, like, replicates that energy or something where it's just able to be completely neutral energetically, not going up, not coming down, and they can have that move easily, like that object move easily. Well, it doesn't really explain it well, in my opinion, but
It's actually kinda interesting. I can't remember the author, but I have a book. He was a his dad was a forest naturalist or whatever, Forest Service guy, and I think somewhere in Europe. But he would sit and watch salmon as they could sit like, a fish could sit perfectly in a stream, and it wouldn't move. And after watching this, it's almost like implosion. He figured out implosion versus explosion, like the projection of
look to you
energy.
to know about this,
I
Stacy.
know this is actually kind of
You're
weird, but
unbelievable.
but from there, this gentleman, I wish I could I have his book on my coffee table somewhere. Um, he figured out how to create, I think he got hired by the Nazis to create, like, one of the first UFOs for the Nazis. Yeah, they actually launched, like, a bell-shaped UFO. Gosh, I can't think of this guy's name right now. I'm drawing a blank, but it's similar to that, like, of how a fish can sit in a stream and it's not moving, but it's, like, almost just suspended, like, in a perfect state.
Right, right. That's what it sounds like
That's what it sounds like
it just
perfectly.
described. Is it kind of like that? Yes, yes. It's not taking over gravity, but it's in this perfect energy that's where there's not gravity, I guess.
So is it
Um,
anti-gravity or just less gravity? I don't know. I'm not a
yeah,
physicist.
it's um, it's just a complete neutral energy
Okay.
that's not, it's just a complete neutralness. And so it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, and then it can be very easily moved.
How do you move it? Do you use it your mind? Do you navigate with some sort of computer or AI system?
Yeah, or a motor or something like that, or
Yeah,
a
how are you
fan, or like, anything like is there an object or something that's used to make it move? Or is that, do they just do that with their desire or their mind? It's equipment. It
okay.
is like equipment that um keeps it kind of just like in a free floating and then go and then moving as they would like. So I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's not in the up cycle, it's not in the down cycle of gravity. So it's just a neutral energy or something. And then they have like some type of equipment, or is it like machinery, like that actually like propels it or makes it kind of move in the direction that they would like. Okay. Well, that's weird. Hard to
Okay, I'm
imagine
not
that.
quite fully understanding that, but again, I'm not a physicist or astrophysicist, so um
Sounds kind
do
of
you
similar though to what you just said though with the salmon.
it did sound very similar. Yeah, some he created a new form of engine or propulsion using implosion and instead of explosion to create, you know, it's just how nature kind of works, how it
Oh, that's interesting.
efficiently creates, energy. I'll find the book and I'll talk about it next time. Do you guys how long ago did you launch then in this? How long has it taken you to get to Earth?
A long time ago. In fact, we've been, suspended in space, so to speak, a very long time, but have been coming closer, and then maybe then farther, and like coming in our view, so to speak, periodically,
Okay.
intentionally. And the other beings that joined us are here simply to support us and help us. They are having the same goals that we have to help humanity, to help um, Mother Earth, and they are happy to be here and willing to bring their what expertise to the table, so to speak, to help or support the endeavor. Yeah, it's kind of like an alliance of different ETs that are for helping humanity and helping themselves and each other, but also humanity, which is what helps them also. We are like in standby, like right now. We're kind of like in standby. But we've been even a lot longer than 5 years.
Oh, we have a really good question coming from Pernell, but I just want to finish up with Three Eye Atlas real quick, and then we'll kind of move to that. My last question here, it's like a very low percentage of this happening naturally that you have such a precise like entry angle and through our inner solar system without hitting anything. No planets, not us, not the sun. How do you calculate such a precise navigation through our inner solar system?
We are able to see and know what's around to like not collide with anything. Um, similar to how pilots know how not to collide with other planes or objects as well. We are able to go farther in the air, that's all. It's really kind of similar, but they're obviously much farther than planes. We do keep an eye out, like literally, to make sure that they're, yeah, not colliding with something.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm getting a picture of every sci-fi movie ever made. Do they have to go into
Right.
those, like, sleep chambers in between and have their life sustained? Like, are they unconscious as they travel the stars, or are they aware the whole time? Do they have time like we do? Do they age like we do? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. Yeah. We are not aging like humans. There's a little bit of aging, but not much, and it's not like humans. It is a little like maturing from like a baby to like a full adult. I guess there's some maturing, but it's not like aging. We do not become more decrepit, like,
Okay.
yeah, weak. No. Um, there are other ETs that do, but not us. We are, enlightened ETs, and we are not in an energetic atmosphere that is highly dense, like on Earth, and that causes a big heaviness that robs you of life force and causes like an unnatural, like our aging process or weakening or becoming not as strong and hardy and vital, but that is not natural. I don't quite get the sentence, but they're like, having like, they don't sleep. No, they can kind of rest sometimes, like, but it's not like sleeping. They're always awake. Um, and
Okay.
and sometimes we are in like, stillness, like just kind of like resting or relaxing, but not really sleep or becoming unconscious.
Interesting. Okay, so you're not in,
Yeah.
like, hypersleep. That's fun. Um,
Uh,
you went behind the sun on your trajectory, through our solar system, and you accelerated slightly afterward, which is raising some. Oh, this isn't normal. That's not normally what a comet does. And then you also became bluer than the sun, which I think means you're hotter. How did that going around the sun impact your ship, or like, uh just curious, why did you become bluer and how did you accelerate? Is that, like, natural, or did you step on the gas, or just
right.
explaining, like, what we know about this,
Yeah,
Three-Eye
became
Atlas from
blue?
this.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
weird.
it became, like, brighter in intensity, and the color turned blue.
Right,
bluer
right,
than
when
the
as it was
sun.
closer to the sun,
Yeah, or when it came went behind it, yeah, and it came
yeah,
out.
um, it's discoloration in imagery, like, there are, lots of, like, different and variable colors and lights, more dark, more light colors, shadows, like that the sun gives off. Um, it's not that we changed color of their, I guess you'd call it spaceship, perhaps. No, it's like that. It's just the appearance based on maybe the positioning of everything, and then even in the air, having certain molecules that bring in certain coloring, like maybe just kind of like a sunset or sunrise or the moon rising. There's like so many different colors sometimes in the sky or variables. Even during the day, I guess, between clouds and the sun and moving. Is it like that where it's just um made you look like, yeah, yes. Yeah, it actually stayed the same, but it can look different depending on,
Okay.
yeah, where the
And
sun
then
is and all of that.
now they're showing, like, 7 little jets. They call them jets coming off of, looks like your what they call a comet or whatever. Is that the people joining you, or, like, what would you say those jets look why do we see those? Is that just an anomaly from, like, where we're looking from, or there's something coming off of you? Are these the
Um,
other ships you're talking about?
there are beings coming, other
Wow.
beings coming, some going. They leave in these, like, smaller vessels or whatever you might call it. Yeah, they come in and go. Some leave, some are coming in, and they are welcoming others.
Wow.
Um, we are welcoming others. We need more, more of us, more beings to do the work we may need to do.
Wow.
And they are supporting us. And they're all very supportive of each other. They're helping have the same goals and intention to help humanity. We are protectors for you. We are here to protect you from annihilation. We are going to interfere at some point to help you because we know what's coming ahead that is beyond your power or control to stop or defeat. We don't have that capacity. That is why we are here. We will not allow humanity to be turned into a completely unconscious slave world, and that will not work anyway. It will lead to destruction for all of humanity. Um yeah, we are going to be needed. We know this.
Well, we thank you.
Yes, you're right. We thank you very much.
Ooh, Purnell's asking, is Three Eye Atlas part of the Galactic Federation?
That's a good question. Guys, no, but
Okay.
a friend.
Have they been, the Galactic Federation, have they been infiltrated in any way?
Galactic Federation have been infiltrated?
Yeah.
Interesting. Have they like been infiltrated? No,
Okay.
that is not possible. They are enlightened beings.
All right. I think that'll be our last question. We're getting kind of over our time limit here today. Thank you, Three Eye Atlas, for joining us and letting me ask you these questions.
Yeah, thank you for coming again, and thank all of you for your help and assistance. And I know it benefits them as well and helps them
Yeah.
as well, but they're also doing it to help us. So
Well, if you haven't listened, on the last episode, we talked to a motherly angel, and that was really fun. So we have a diverse range of beings who are all
Oh, that's
here trying
right.
to help raise humanity's awareness and consciousness and vibration so that we do not get completely annihilated in the times coming ahead. So check that video out. I'll have a probably a little box up here to check that one out. We're going to meet again. Definitely bring us your questions. We love to answer them. I mean, we covered some topics from astrology, sun. We had Thri Atlas. We got more goodies from Mother Divine on asking properly for abundance.
Oh,
So, thank you again. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Help from Heaven. Please share, like, subscribe, comment to help us get some visibility and get this channel going and reaching more people.
good. Thanks, Stacy.
Of course. Bye.